check internet. Awesome, Josu. I'm glad you're enjoying Cobra Sealy. That's the key to every format in TCG, right? Just like having a deck that you enjoy playing is really important. Like, if it doesn't matter how good a format is generically, I think if you don't have a deck that you personally really enjoy playing, you're just like not gonna have fun in that given format, regardless of how objectively good or bad it might be. I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan this hand. Does that count as close 7 into unkeepable 6? I can't tell if that was a close 7 or an easy mull 7. I don't know. I think I'm gonna need a third party to determine if that was a close 7. Not. The Omni Z, here's for my monthly timeout. Thanks for the 10-month tier 3 resubscription. Thanks for re-upping the big sub again. I do appreciate that. Be sure to drop me a line. Let me know what you do want your donation list for the month to be. You appreciate the big support again. Oh no. Oh no, they played a Tron. What if they're playing a real Tron deck, chat? What if our opponent's playing a real Tron deck? How do we ever beat that? I mean, okay, 0 Tron pieces in the opener, 2 different Tron pieces in play on turn 2. I hate everything about everything. Just, I would like the record to reflect. I would like the record to reflect that I hate everything about everything. All right, Crucible and Sorcerous Spyglass sound great. Ulamog sounds great. Surgical Extraction sounds good. Spatial and Dismember sound good. There's some card emotes. Hopefully we're gonna get some mileage out of our card emotes soon. AK Smith had a blast playing it yesterday. So here's some love for Chad Tribal in the queue. Didn't see a 75 in the Google Doc. Let me know if you want one. Yeah, feel free to DM me the Chad Tribal list that you like right now, AK Smith. Happy to get that re-added if it's not in there already. Ensnaring Bridge probably isn't very good. I guess Ratchet Bomb's pretty bad. Alright. I mean, most of our cards seem pretty bad here. We also don't know if they're playing Eldrazi Tron or if they're on green Tron and just didn't have any eggs. We played a prison-based Tron deck like this in a pre-Karn Scion of Urza format, and it didn't seem particularly impressive, so I'm interested to see how this plays out here today. See if that changes with the introduction of this 4-mana Planeswalker. I mean, of course, our opponent has magic cards, so Surgical is obviously a good include. I mean, Bridge stops their Worm Coils from attacking us. Witchbane Orb, like, exactly stops them from Karn plussing us. That seems more narrow than Ensnaring Bridge. Are you thinking opponent doesn't know how to board the Mind Stone Tron mirror? I mean, like, we just look like Eldrazi Tron, right? No, I think Karn's very good in Affinity. I think it's a card that not only lets you be aggressive sometimes, but it also lets you generate card advantage when you need it. Lurkmore with the big donation, $50. Please add this deck to the queue. 10 out of 10 will do. Thank you very much for the very generous donation. We may or may not have time for a 6 deck today, Lurkmore. If we end up having time for a 6 deck today, we'll play that today. If not, we will get to it tomorrow. Is this card going to be good in Legacy? I have no idea. I try not to click into spoilers too much midstream. Any plans at Green-Black Rock this week? There is a Dark Confidant-based Green-Black Rock build towards the top of the queue. It's not the configuration I've been working on, but it's one that someone else donated to see, so we'll probably be playing that at some point this week. But the iteration of Green-Black Rock that I've worked on personally is nowhere near the queue currently, no. I actually, if I was going to work on Green-Black some more personally, I kinda, since I'm not preparing for a specific event that's coming up anymore, I think the next thing I would want to try personally would be a Jund deck with 4 Tireless Tracker, just to make sure that, like, I didn't rule. Just some quality fucking deck building right here. We just make fun of this constantly in Eldrazi Tron, so, like, playing a deck that does it ourselves is just, like, very annoying. This deck feels like Eldrazi Tron in that we've just, like, foregone the good Tron things to, like, do some cute things that are kind of bad. This Chalice on one's gonna win our opponent the game. They're gonna cast Sylvan Scrying here, and they're gonna spit in our face. I don't think I'd start with traditional Jund. I think I would start with what's the word I'm searching for? I think I would start with my green-black shell and add red cards to it. We've got Pants Karn here. We got Pants Karn here. Sorcerous Spyglass. They don't want us to have that one. Alright, opponent. I understand you. Yeah, Chalice is, again, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of became disinterested with the blue-red prison deck, is Chalice of the Void has been consistently mediocre in Modern in my experience. You can always find my deck lists on my Stream Decker page, which is linked below my stream information. You can also find my YouTube videos in the video description. Unlike a lot of Magic content producers, I do my best to make the information that I provide accessible to people, so you don't have to work for it, or so you don't have to ask for it. You can just find it yourself. It's a shame that's not the norm. I'm pretty sure I just have to take this Spyglass. It's gonna make me click on the Spyglass, of course it is. Alright, what do you got over here? So they can't play the map. I just name Oblivion Stone, right? Awesome, Zach. That's fantastic. You're the best. Thank you for maintaining that. We'll have some variety in the cards now too, so that's great. Don't ruin my day. Don't ruin my day, opponent. Don't ruin my day. No, you're gonna ruin my day. The day is officially ruined. So I'm going to play Crucible. I'm going to play this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I make... This is a 5/5, and then I play this out, so it's a 6/6. So I can trade with this Worm Coil. Oh yeah, they have Sanctum. Yeah, we're dead to the Ulamog. Good call. Instead of making me think about stuff, just get to die. Easy life. I forgot they had the land. I definitely didn't know they had the... I definitely forgot they had the land in their hand. You're right, 10 out of 10 never beating the Ulamog. How do you count Ballista when building? I don't know what you mean. Like, how do you count it on your curve? Is that what you mean? Well, I mean, obviously the earliest you can count is a 2-drop. The actual answer is that it, like, depends on what your deck is. No, this is almost certainly a bad Tron deck. How much worse is probably the question, but I think it's almost certainly a bad Tron deck. I mean, their Urza Tron deck almost certainly isn't sweet LOQ. Their Urza Tron deck is miserable and overbearing and powerful, but it's good, but our deck is certainly sweeter than theirs. Alright, Celestial Colonnade. You're gonna get your comeuppance, the hands of our Lord and Savior. Is Dredge not in the queue? Dredge is in the queue. Yeah, Dredge is 15th. When someone asks me to pick the deck list and they put something in the queue asking me to pick the deck list, I don't actually dig a deck list up until it's close to the day we play it, Mr. Death Kills. As a heads up. Norby, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome. There's a lot of great people producing content on Twitch right now, so thank you for the support. It's unfortunate I can't Karn this turn. Hopefully they attack with this Dorko and we get to just member him this turn. Yeah. Yeah, alright. So I'm going to go ahead and field their Celestial Colonnade here, I think. Yeah, I'm planning to play things in the order listed, so we're gonna play Blueback Prison next. After this one. Alrighty. Alrighty. Don't put me into knots here, opponent. God bless. Let's draw some cards. All Karn wants to do is draw some cards. Karn drew a Karn. That's exciting. Honestly, I would probably start with 2 Karns in Affinity. I would start with 1 in the main and 1 in the sideboard. Fate Sealing me seems ambitious when I'm drawing so many cards in a turn. Well, we've got a lot of Walking Ballistas over there. I think they just wanted to get their Jace out of Walking Ballista range, but I definitely think they should have probably looked at their own deck and like scryed, so to speak. It's really unfortunate that we drew 2 basic wastes this game. We have a 4th in our deck, but their next Field of Ruin and like this Field of Ruin don't get us anything at this point. Wow, they just going for the J-Salt here? Just like beeline hard rush for the J-Salt. I'm gonna get a Walking Ballista to cast here. Could get Cryptic Commanded here. But like, if this is eating a Cryptic Command, then like my Karn Liberated is probably not eating a Cryptic Command. Hey, Sinbred. We need some more Infect love on this stream. Thank you for the 3-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. We have Infect coming up soon, I promise. Soonish. I don't actually know how soon. It's definitely in the queue. It's definitely in the queue. They all happen eventually. Yeah, we should hopefully be able to pressure the Jace with some of these cards. Some number of these cards should be able to pressure these Jace. Go grab our tower here. I think I'm going to lead on this in case they have another Cryptic Command, so they know about it. Hey, J Milla, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's a lot of people making great content on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with your Prime. Well, now I'm not changing it. You shouldn't have told me it tilted you. If you'd have just told me that I had it misspelled, I'd have been like, yeah, I'll fix that. But now that you've told me it tilted you, I gain value by not fixing it. I have no idea, Drizzle. Dredge is a very bad matchup for Jeskai. I agree. We've got this Ghost Corridor to check this Colonnade. We are unsummoning my Ballista. I would like to shoot your adjacent response. I mean, like, they're kind of skull. We're having like a 4-mana Planeswalker off, basically, right? Are we supposed to minus this Karn and start making... No, I'm unsure if I'm supposed to be drawing cards or if I'm supposed to be like making constructs to pressure this Jace. I almost feel like I'm supposed to make constructs to pressure this Jace. I guess I could wait and see if this Karn Liberated resolves first. Well, now we ain't gotta pressure shit. Now we don't have to pressure anything. Go to Scoop Step. We are all about going to the Scoop Step here. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go to Scoop Step. Yeah, we've got that one on lock on this channel. Highest concede APM NA. All about that sweet time value. Mana Leak. All right, it's probably wrong to get them value off the Mana Leak at this point in the game. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made, chat. All right, the boys are here. The boys are here. Oh no. Oh no, not Celestial Colonnade. How will I ever win? Oh no. Oh no, please have mercy. Don't attack my Karn. Oh no. Ghost Quarter you. That's the straw that broke the camel. It wasn't both Karns having resolved. The straw that broke the camel's back. The one that made the game no longer worth playing was the Ghost Quarter your Celestial Colony. I always find people's breaking point for like what makes them finally concede very interesting, because like as someone who's somewhat of a concession expert, it really boggles my mind some of the things that people concede to. It's really rather confusing to me in many aspects. That's fair. Maybe they just weren't paying attention. They didn't realize they had the Ghost Quarter. That's a not unreasonable assessment. I think Bogles is great. You know what? Don't hate the Bogler, chat. Hate the company that allows Bogles to be legal. It seems fine. Against a deck that's going to be like spreading, seizing us, and field of ruining us anyways, we don't really want to aggressively mulligan to more Tron pieces, and like 2 Tron pieces is fine. I don't know that Chalice is particularly good in this matchup. You can learn a lot about someone from when they concede, right? Oh, baby. Is this gonna be a Crucible Ghost Quarter you game? It feels like it might be a Crucible Ghost Quarter you game. I think Modern is one of the most diverse and varied formats Magic the Gathering has to offer, so very little surprises me about the results of any major Modern tournaments. When someone's like, hey dog, did you see that X did Y? And it's like, yep, that sounds like Modern decks that did things. Those definitely sound to me like Modern decks that do stuff. You've upgraded, Moro Sith. Thank you for the upgrade. Appreciate it. Doesn't send me notifications when you upgrade your sub, but thank you for doing so. If you upgraded to tier 3, let me know what your donation deck for the month is going to be. If you just upgraded to tier 2, let me know what deck you'd like to bump up that's already in the queue. I'm going to lead on defense grid here. Wow, just nothing going on, huh? No, I don't think Bluetron. To set the bar low, Bluetron's probably better than the deck we're playing right now, but I don't think it's particularly good. Quillman, thank you for the 6-month resubscription. I really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the half a year of support. I do appreciate it. Wow, they're giving us the business, huh? Just the beatdown. Hopefully we hit the 3rd Tron piece here and get to play All Is Dust. Hey, Jay Gross, great. Hoogly doogly, these decks are juicy. Thanks for the 4 months. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Alright, so I'm going to stick this. Am I drawing a card? I think I'm drawing a card, right? Because it means they have to attack this for 9 to kill it. Bridge, Sea Gate Wreckage. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that we get Sea Gate Wreckage there. So that means they can ship these into Karn and kill him. Which is pretty good for them. Yeah, maybe boarding out my Ensnaring Bridges was wrong. Oh, why not leave up Ghost Quarter? Because I'm dumb. Oh, that's fine. Opponent decided they wanted to attack me. Deal. The easy answer to why didn't I make the good play is usually the same. It's because I didn't see it. I assume we're just gonna get desphered or disenchanted and die. It's actually almost noon here on Cornfield time. I don't have too much of excuse. Chalice is, this card is just so bad in Modern. It's just not good. Is part of the problem. So like when people like make these awkward deck building decisions to like lean into Chalice, it just feels like it never works out. Just like it's not the same card that it is in Legacy. It's so powerful in Legacy and it's just so lackluster in Modern. I think Mono Green Tron or Green Black Tron are the two best Tron variations. Yeah, the new sub banner is A+. Just from the artwork to the little quote message and everything. I mean, we're playing cards like a real Tron deck. I don't know what a Fu Manchu is, so I don't agree to things that I don't know what they are. That's just good quality life advice all around. Don't agree to things if you don't know what you're agreeing to. Well, I'm stuck, work from home, taking care of my sick wife. What's better, a $5 donation, 500 bits, or a gifted sub? Gift a sub to someone that you like. Gift a sub to somebody that you like. Thanks for the support, Trey. Hope your wife feels better. Family illness is pretty miserable. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. We got over 700 people in here already. Hope everyone's having a great Monday, had a great weekend. Hey, Cy Booked with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who's hanging out. There's a lot of different people you can be watching on Twitch. A lot of people making great stuff right now, and I appreciate you to spend part of your time here with us. We're hanging out playing some Modern. You got this kind of weird take on Tron that's playing all 8 Karns in it. I don't know if it's good, but it's certainly interesting. After this, we're going to try a take on blue-black Prison, as well as 7-land Belcher, and then we're going to wrap the day up with something a little bit more stock, a Mardu Pyromancer list similar to what won the Open. Bridge isn't a bad draw. I'm going to play this out just so they can't attack me. Hey, Bornaban, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's keep trash talk about other streamers' personal lives out of chat. I know there's a number of other streamers, even ones in our community, who don't have glowing personal records, but that's not what this stream is about. It's not okay. All right. Karn Concession. Karn Scion of Concessions. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hey, Turkey McCool Ray with the Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to folks that are hanging out. I really appreciate all the subs. Y'all are great. I'm streaming full time now. I'm here 30 plus hours a week, and my subscribers are a big part of why I'm able to do that. So I really appreciate you all. In addition to my subscribers, my sponsors are a big part of why I'm able to be here so much. So be sure to check out mtgotraders.com. We'll have to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, all the wonderful moderators here at Hoaglandia would like to welcome you to our stream. Be sure to talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator for your complimentary timeout. Trey with the sub gift, thank you very much, bud. I appreciate the continued support. Xtillion, enjoy your emotes. Be sure to pop into the subs Discord if you're into that sort of thing. Lemmings are great. Fu Manchu mustache. That's pretty terrible. I don't think my wife would allow that. It'd have to be some crazy amount of money for my wife to allow that, I think. I think I agree with that assessment, Zach. I think I agree with the assessment that these relics would just be much better as... These chalices are much better as relics. I think I'm gonna play this out. Hey, Xive, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime and welcome. I appreciate that. I think I just want to sit on this for now. I just want to sit on this for the time being. Because, like, this looks like the Hardened Scales of Affinity deck. So, like, they have Hangerback Walkers and Walking Ballista that this Ratchet Bomb cleans up too. 14. Got it. Roman numerals. I should have figured that out. I've done some math in my time. So my opinion on the Hardened Scales Affinity. I haven't played Hardened Scales Affinity before. It seems really neat. I'm hesitant to say it's possibly more explosive, but it seems like it could be more explosive potentially. I think I want to just sit on this Ratchet Bomb on 0 for the time being. It's got nothing going on. I agree with Zach's assessment. These chalices should probably just be relics. These chalices have been really terrible, and they've just kind of reassessed reaffirmed my opinion that Chalice is not a card that I think is particularly good in Modern. Even the unfair decks it's good against is pretty narrow and limited, Jedi Jeff. And the unfair decks that it like really slam dunks, you need to get it to 2 against them. And like a 4 mana piece of disruption is kind of inefficient. No, I don't really play. Only casual Magic I play is Modern. I think I'm just going to cash this Ratchet Bomb in at this point. I mean, like, if you're playing Ancient Stirrings, you should probably just play Good Tron at that point. You should probably just play Green Base Tron. I'm not sure that Green Base Tron wants Karn. Karn, what's his name? They just chose to keep their Mox Opal as opposed to their Walking Ballista? That's really interesting. Let's be really lucky and draw a Tron piece. That's not a Tron piece. Dramoka's Command seems like a sweet card. a corporate Karn. That is a great nickname. Corporate Karn. That is an A+ card nickname. These chalices and spatial contortions could be eggs and ancient stirrings and sylvan scryings. Instead, does it actually stop some of their draws? Like what? It stops like Welding Jar and future Mox Opals, I guess. I think of Eldrazi Tron the same thing I think about every time I've seen Eldrazi Tron. Why wouldn't you just put Stars and Spheres and Ancient Stirrings in your deck and play Green Tron? Like, I feel like if you're gonna go through the hassle of assembling Tron, you should just play 4 copies of the best payoff. You should play 4 Oblivion Stones. You should play 4x of the really good cards. You're just super far behind and dead here. Alright, extra Ratchet Bomb sounds great. Spyglass sounds good. All His Dust is not good, obviously. Eugene's pretty comically bad. Chalices. Let's just get these out of my life. I guess I'm playing. I guess Sun Droplet's fine because they're kind of aggressive. I'll leave it in Ulamog. Now, I don't fault anyone who wants to play Tron. Like, Green Base Tron's a very good deck in Modern. Like, there's nothing wrong with enjoying a deck that's good and wins. But turn 2 Thought-Knot, turn 3 Endbringer, like, that isn't really that aggressive by Modern standards, in my opinion. Like, the things that are aggressive in Modern are, like, really obnoxiously aggressive. Legacy I really hope they ban Deathrite Shaman so we can play Legacy Tron some more. I just got sick of playing that deck against Delver. It's so bad against Delver. Because they combine Wasteland with an efficient clock. All right. Yep. Just playing Ratchet Bomb again, right? Guess we'll wait and see if I'm cracking it on 0 or cranking it up. Sure, it's faster than regular Karn, but like if your goal is to play an aggressive deck, I don't want to play like this middling, like pseudo aggressive deck in the format, right? I want to play a deck that's like actually aggressive. They had Blink Moth Nexus last game 2 extras, so there's a non-zero chance they're playing both. Just 0 chill LQ. So we need a power plant and a mine. Probably just going to crack this in response to them trying to make any counters, just because Hardened Scales is a little annoying. I beat you, Nivik. In my first rodeo. Any high school finals advice? There aren't shortcuts. Study. Practice, practice, practice. That's kind of sweet. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. That's a good draw too. I'm gonna go ahead and play this and play Ratchet Bomb out, and then I'm gonna Ratchet to clear. Then I'm gonna Ratchet this to clear. And then when they go to put counters on here, I'll Spatial Contortion it, and they'll be left with very little. So in response to this, I'll blow this up. So they've got a Pendlehaven, an Ink Moth, and a Mox Opal that's pretty far from being turned on. It ain't rocket science unless it is. If it's actually rocket science, you've probably got a sweet AP class. We're gonna get on the scoreboard? What is that? Whenever one or more counters are put onto a permanent, you may pay one. If you do, that's adorable. I don't know if that's good, but it's certainly adorable. All right, since I don't have anything very interesting to say at the moment, I'm gonna mute myself momentarily and eat this power bar. Am I supposed to just start making tokens with this? I feel like I am. Yeah, apologies. One of the downsides to me not stealing music is that you don't have anything to listen to when I mute to eat. Apologies about that. They have us on a 6-turn clock. Just ult the Karn, right? I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ult this Karn over the course of a few turns. He's like, leave this map uncracked for now. Next turn I attack for 3, then the following turn I attack for 8. Like, it's pretty good. It's good too. Part of the problem too is that even the music that's royalty free, like, YouTube gets pimpy about it. And like, you have to fight. I've seen other people post they have to like fight with YouTube to like prove that they have permission to use the free music, and I really just don't want to deal with that. The sequencing doesn't matter there. The power and toughness on these changes. Yeah, I like our construct deck more than theirs too. So next turn we're gonna go Karn down tick, second Karn down tick. I've not been following this issue with copy strikes. Anytime there's ever been a claim filed against anything that I have, it's very easy to show that the stuff that I have is mine and I have permission to use anything that could even remotely be related to not mine. Karn is basically makes pack rats. I like that comparison. Yeah, there's actually there's 2 different pieces of music in Hex's soundtrack that trigger YouTube's algorithm pretty consistently, and whenever that would happen, I would just file a thing that says, hey, this is background music from this game. I have permission from the company that makes the game to make content for the game. No, I think Mindstone is fine. I think the biggest issue, like, this deck's an okay collection of cards. I think the biggest issue with what this deck is doing is that Chalice is just poop, and, like, replacing it with Relic is an easy swap. You sound very shouty. I'm just loud. I'm a loud individual. Unlike a lot of Twitch streamers that are very quiet and timid while they stream, I view Twitch as a performance, and I grew up learning to project my voice while I performed, so when I'm streaming, I use my performance voice. Using my performance voice helps me keep my energy up. So I like to be loud while I work. I like to be loud while I work. That wasn't a rant. That was I wasn't even heated. That was just this is how it is. I love when people, the people that say, all you do is shout while you stream. It's like, do you realize how hoarse I would be constantly if I was shouting for 30 to 40 hours a week? How close is your stream voice and your teacher voice? Almost identical. I can tell a classroom of 40 high school students to sit down and shut up. Stop it. Pay attention. We're starting now. Yeah. And that's the thing too, right? Like a lot of people that stream on Twitch don't have a background doing any type of performance, and they don't project, and the microphone and equipment that we have today doesn't require them to do that, right? And as Ratchet Bomb and Spatial, it's probably fine. Once upon a time, during undergrad, I was part of a math program that was a secondary in education. I student taught for a semester, and then went on to get a master's degree in mathematics, which I now put to use playing children's card games for strangers on the internet. Like some strippers strip to put themselves through college, I went to college so I could become a performer. I actually didn't go to college to do anything. I just kind of went to college because they wanted to pay me to be a GA. My parents were nice enough to pay for community college, so I went to that for minimal cost. And then my grade to community college got me a scholarship to a university, so I went to that for minimal cost. And then after that, I found a grad program that wanted to pay me to go to it. So I basically just kept going to school until other people stopped paying for it. I'm just like, someone else wants to pay for this? Sure, we can keep going. That's fine, we'll keep doing this. Cam shows on the internet. There's nothing wholesome about Tron Lands, ain't that the truth? This. Can we talk about my friend Ratchet Bomb here for a second? Can we all just appreciate my friend Ratchet Bomb? Yeah, I am currently in my basement. When Christy and I relocate next year, we're gonna hopefully get me an office, and then when we get me an office, we're gonna do some sound deadening and stuff in it. Can we get you a wall decal to put behind you for when you stream? I have my Hex picture up there. At some point we'll get a thing with a bunch. I've got some framed magic cards, but we're gonna do a bunch of stuff up here. We actually there's more frames over here. We were gonna do the whole wall, and then it just kind of got like other things took over. Yep, yeah, the people. There's definitely a culture of like shaming people that go to community colleges, because like when I went to the community college growing up, I was actually, they had like this ambassador program that like went out to high schools and talked to high school kids, and like the people that the number of kids that just like don't know that like they could like go to school for cheaper and get the same types of classes, it's just kind of mind-boggling. So if there's any high school kids out there listening, if you don't have a full ride to a university, you should not pay the exorbitant university costs to go to a university and do your gen ed credit hours there. All right, take my 2 here. Yep, there's a huge bias. Yep. And part of that's like bred into them from like their school and their parents, right? Like there's this really ridiculous like you're this failure for like going and doing this community college thing. And it's just like, well, as someone who's taught at universities and taught at community colleges and other stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. All right, so where are Arcbound triggers going here? Correct. Yes. That is very much correct. All right. So we are going to spatially contort the crap out of this. Just get him out of there. Yeah, I would definitely believe it's a regional thing too. I know in the area that I grew up in, there was a huge bias against it. Well, I mean, and part of it is money driven too, right? Like the universities want the numbers so they can keep getting their funding and stuff. And there's like, this push, you went to the same university for 4 years, so you're like loyal to the university that you went to or whatever from these people. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons for why what happens. Enjoy your basic forest, friend. Enjoy your basic forest, friendo. Could you imagine if we just like had an Oblivion Stone to draw to here? But I don't, because we've not put good cards like Oblivion Stone in my deck. I agree. College in general is far too expensive, especially in the United States. Yeah, like I said, if I hadn't continued to go for free, I probably wouldn't have nearly as much education as I do right now. I mean, that's... Someone asked when we started this stream, hey Jeff, isn't it going to be hard to get our hand empty for Ensnaring Bridge? And I said, I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's looking like our 7-drop Ensnaring Bridge deck might have that problem. Yep. Yeah. The fact that, especially I don't know how it works in other countries, but for those that aren't familiar with the American education system, the first 40 to 60 credit hours that you take at a lot of undergrad programs in the United States are basically just general education classes that in reality are pretty redundant to what you would have done in high school. So like paying an exorbitant amount of money to like take redundant classes seems really silly. Would donating for a deck you're already playing today be played sooner than later? I'm not sure what you mean. So, like, you want to see Mardu Pyromancer played sooner or Belcher played sooner? Is that what you're asking? All right. I mean, I get to put this Karn into play this turn, but I'm not even sure if that's that good. Not even sure if that's that good. I guess this means I can kill their Karn here, and then they can't get this Nature's Claim to kill the bridge, so if I can get my hand empty, I might actually be able to kill them. The problem here is that I'm just not going to get all these lands out of my hand, right? We're just going to, like, die to their beatdowns here. Like, they attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this turn, and I'm like, I'm getting attacked for at least 3 next turn. Oh, I can, if they don't kill my Karn, I can Karn myself? That's funny. That's a good line, Zach. Nothing gets past that, Zach Elsick. He's so sharp. Are we dead? That's lethal, right? That's gotta be lethal. They played this. It's a 2/2, 4/4, 6/6, 7/8. 9, 10. Oh, yeah, that's super lethal. Super lethal. Hardened Scales is very good. That deck is sweet. Someone donated to put a green-white version of the Hardened Scales affinity deck into the queue earlier, so there's going to be getting to that one at some point. As always, if you want something sooner rather than later, you can always donate to bump it up the queue. Hey, the basic potato with the $5 donation. Built this mono blue stasis deck a few months ago. It's pretty fun. Went 4-1 in my last league. Only lost to land. Sweet. Stasis is a special kind of pain. Of course, Urkadur. Of course. All about that full hogland experience. Go hog wild if you would. I mean, I guess I'm going to keep this. There's a good chance Chalice of the Void doesn't do anything, but we're definitely not mulliganing the rest of these cards. Details on how the donation queue works are here. So feel free to click that link. Let me know. What's going on? Just someone said the word stasis, just as like, what? What? Where? There's misery? I smell magic players in misery. Someone said stasis. Alright, Chalice of the Void. Alright, Chalice of the Void. Let's, I'm actually gonna play Ratchet Bomb because if we draw a map, I want to be able to cast map. Joke's on you, you can only take my bad cards with that. Yes, definitely Morosith. I have to look at the deck list, Justin. They sent a link with the donation. I'll take a peek at it and let you know. Ask me later if I think the Stasis deck is worth playing. Zach with the ninjas. So for those that are wondering, I didn't go Mindstone Chalice there because I was planning to blow the Ratchet Bomb up on 2. I'm planning to blow the Ratchet Bomb up on 2 is why I didn't go Mindstone into Chalice. That was a conscious decision on my part. That wasn't Hogland missed it. It's a fair question. I miss it fairly often. I guess Chalice is good. They conceded to Chalice. They must be Traverse Shadow, right? Because they fetch Shocked and they didn't fetch a tap land at end of turn. I'm gonna put them on Traverse Shadow, I think. Which means Ratchet Bomb seems good. Spatial seems bad. All Is Dust seems fine. Yeah, it's got to be Traverse Shadow. Board in Witchbane Orb, I guess. Turn 3 Corporate Karn. Sign me up. Turn 3 Corporate Karn. An oldie but a goodie. Not Justin with the $20 donation. Is this later? I feel like this is later. This is for Stasis because that's the way Magic was intended. Oh no, they took my Mind Stone. How am I supposed to turn 3 Corporate Karn now, opponent? Smurf Karn isn't clever. Corporate Karn is clever. Damn it, chat. Fine, Justin. I will put Stasis in the queue. You see what y'all do? You see what y'all do? We'll put Stasis in the queue. You win. Just gonna go ahead and dismember that, right? That, feeling a little delayed, chat. Lagging behind here. Lagging behind. I'm gonna go ahead and attack their red source here. Good chance they don't have another. I'm expecting them to have a basic here, but I'm not expecting them to have a basic mountain. So I think taking them off that red seems fine. Yeah, there were actually some Pro Tour teams that played Delay in Traverse Shadow at the last Modern Pro Tour. Liliana. That's rude. Ugh. They didn't plus, which means their last card is terrifying. It's unfortunate. These Sea Gate Wreckages have been pretty mediocre. What did we reveal? Ugin Expedition map. You have to just give me map, right? You can't let me have Ugin. Can't risk it. Say what if I said I don't like stasis? Does that count? That has the words I like stasis in the sentence, but it has another word in between it. Yeah, basically, Matt, man. That is basically the assessment. We've taken a bunch of the consistency out of Greentron to play a bunch of medium control cards. All right. You can give me a fat stubby D here, opponent? Nope. All right. Okay. Grab a power plant here. I don't want to assume we're stabilizing. They just need any removal spell or TBR kills us, right? Although they don't have TBR because they have TBR'd us last turn. Oh man. Snap delay. Snap delay. That's rude, opponent. Hute, can this go for JAC? Of course it can. Thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate that. JAC real soon. It's towards the top of the queue. No, there's 4 wastes in this deck. Double Chalice, sign me up. What we got? What you got? What you got? What you got? I'd have to see a deck list. Probably not. I try to avoid doing things that are just too cute. Like, doing things that are cute just for the sake of being cute. Like, playing things that are, like, just worse versions of other things isn't generally very interesting. I'm pretty sure that Chalice on 1 is good enough in this matchup that I just want to jam it this turn rather than crack the map. They definitely have more ways to interact with Chalice post board. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have 5 or 6 ways to take this off the table. Restart the game, mull to 0 and win. I'll play the Tremors Burn deck again as soon as it's towards the top of the queue. I pretty much just play things in the order that they're in the queue. Don't really show too much favorism. Sometimes I'll take a Shining to a deck and I'll bump it up a little bit, but mostly just the order that things appear. Sometimes, like, if the same deck has been added to the queue twice, like Blue-Black Prison had 2 copies towards the top of the queue, I'm not going to play the same deck twice in a row. To get Mardu sooner, hopefully. Maybe. Maybe the prison deck's been waiting a while. We're definitely gonna get to the martyr deck today. Remember, if you can't stay for it live, it'll be up on YouTube after the fact as well. All of the goodies end up there. The link right above your chat message. I'm gonna get Culligan's command that I didn't want to vomit. God bless. Really surprised this Chalice has lived as long as it has. So, one of the things to remember is that green base Tron looks like it's just a very lucky deck. It has a lot of sick rips, when in reality, the green base Tron deck just is built to top deck well because of all the cantrips that it has. No, I think taking them off of red and putting myself down a land to do so probably isn't worthwhile. Like, any fetch land digs them out of it. And I think we're definitely in a spot where I could potentially just, like, hard cast a Karn for 7 lands. So I'm really not interested in putting myself behind a mana, I don't think. And they actually can't just attack us next turn because they'll be dead, right? We'll pump this to 4 and then crack them for 4 and then shoot them for 3. This is smart. They're using the bauble on themselves to know if they want to crack the fetch land, and they do. I mean, to be fair, I don't know that crop rotation is that much better than a lot of the things Tron already plays. I agree, Deft Fangirl. I think it's... I feel like Ancient Stirrings is like grandfathered into this. This is like this one stupid cantrip that's still legal. No, nobody else gets to play with toys, but they do. Hope everyone enjoyed the ride down there. I'm going to sit down for the last match of this league. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. Stream Magic full-time here on this channel. We're playing some Modern today. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are a big part of why I'm able to stream full-time like I do. Also, be sure to check out some of my sweet sponsors. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn some of your Magic cards into other Magic cards directly with other players, or cash. There's no haggling. They just take 1% fee off the top. Mack Weldon provides premium men's clothing like this wonderful polo that I'm wearing, as well as t-shirts and shorts and underwear. You can save 20% on your first order with them at bit.ly/HoogleClothes using code Jeff Hoagland. And of course, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. If you are enjoying my stuff and you're new, make sure to at the very least hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. Always try and put the names of the decks that we're going to be playing on a given day in the stream title so you can kind of know what to expect when I go live. And if something does sound sweet and you can't catch it live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. Everything gets archived there, so that way you can always catch up. We didn't lose any sponsors. My goal is to not have exceedingly long ad breaks, because my goal is to kind of sneak the ad breaks in when we're going to be waiting anyways for matches to pop. So I have two different ad screens now. So this is the one you just saw, and this is the second one. So that way we can keep the ad breaks under 60 seconds, because shillin' pays the billins, but you know. I don't want it to be the entire focus of what we do here. Yep. And that's why, like, I feel like I have and like, I get that they're a company and they do these big productions, whereas I'm just an individual, like, working from home, but like, I understand, like, that ads are a necessary thing, but I also understand that, like, there's a very easy way to put advertisements into your content and not make them super obtrusive. Like I literally have a scrolling advert here on my stream constantly, and it's less obnoxious somehow than what they do. Like, They have so much downtime anyways because they don't do time shifted feature matches that I don't understand why they stick adverts between the actual games as opposed to sticking adverts into, you know, when a match finishes or right before a match starts, etc., etc. Good Tron. I'm done. This deck is never beating Good Tron. It's just slow and clunky and doesn't even have the randomly aggressive draws like Eldrazi Tron does sometimes. All right, this deck. This card is not very good in Modern. There are a very small set of decks where this card is good against. If you think your deck can play this card, I think it's a sideboard card right now. I think this deck in general, just like, it's taking what Greentron does and just, it does a worse job of it. Ensnaring Bridge is a less powerful card than Oblivion Stone generically. Yes, there's more Ensnaring Bridge decks in Modern than there are Oblivion Stone decks, but that's because most decks can't afford to play and crack an Oblivion Stone like Tron lands allow you to be. This deck just felt kind of mediocre and unimpressive overall. I don't think this is something I would play again. At any rate, we're gonna go ahead and move on here. Speaking of Ensnaring Bridges and different Ensnaring Bridge decks, how about some Blue-Black Prison? This is a list that's based on something Ari Lax posted. So the core of this is something that he had posted in a premium article. Can you explain why Chalice is a sideboard card?